Now, for the rest of this session, I'd like to take a little sidetrack, though I think it's important, and that is talk a little bit about the day of the crucifixion. If there wasn't a verse like Matthew 12:40 in our Gospels, we would not even be discussing this, because it is really evident from the biblical text that Jesus died and was buried on the day of preparation. And we know that the day of preparation was Friday. But Matthew 12:40 says this: as Jonah was 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of the fish, so the Son of Man shall be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth. Matthew 12:40. The problem goes like this. If he was 3 days and 3 nights, that's 3 times 24, that's 72. There's no way you can get 72 hours from a burial even as early as 3 or 4 p.m. on Friday and a resurrection on early Sunday morning. So therefore, because of that, Jesus must have been crucified on Wednesday to get the full 72 hours in. How do we square that statement, Matthew 12:40, with the evident statement that Jesus was put in the grave on the day of preparation? Well, the Wednesday advocates say something like this, that Wednesday was the day of the preparation of the Passover. It wasn't the day of the preparation for the Sabbath. So it was a Wednesday preparation day, and the Passover was starting on Thursday. Couple of problems with the Wednesday crucifixion. Now, on pages 39A and 39B, I have a pre-printed page that actually gives you thorough details. I acknowledge my predecessor and friend Doug Bookman used this in his material, and I've given him credit and reproduced it. He gives the evidence for the Wednesday crucifixion on 39A, arguments and critique. He gives evidence for the Thursday crucifixion on 39A and B, arguments and critique. And then he gives presents the Friday crucifixion. There he has, and I'll focus in on the Friday crucifixion because I'm defending that. Even with the triumphal entry on Monday, you can still have a Friday crucifixion. It's just that if the triumphal entry was on Sunday, you've got a silent day. And you can see that on the chart on page 39B. Even if a Monday crucifixion, you've got you don't have a silent day. You just have Jesus moving from the Olivet Discourse on Wednesday to the Passover on the evening of Nisan 3, or Nisan 13. Let me just read the arguments for the position to be fair to them. Number one, Jesus prophesied that he would rise on the third day. As a matter of fact, more often does he say on the third day. Many times, and the Gospels certainly give the impression he rose on the third day. The third day. In ancient times, you would count the first day as day one. If I say today, 3 days from now, I wouldn't count this day as day one. But the biblical practice was if you say 3 days from now, this day is the first day. So if Jesus rose on the third day, which many references say, the first day would be Friday, Saturday would be the second day, and Sunday the third day. Jesus' body laid in the tomb on the evening of the day of preparation for the Sabbath, which is called the day before the Sabbath, and there's a number of references there. The women returned home and rested on the Sabbath. Luke 23:56 says that. Thursday would not be a Sabbath, according to the Wednesday view. Nowhere is Passover ever called a Sabbath. Then they returned to the tomb early on the first day of the week. Luke and the Gospels say it took place like this. He was crucified, he was buried, they rested on the Sabbath, and he rose again. Luke gives all the time that expires, and that's no way can you fit that into a Wednesday crucifixion. Another problem with the Wednesday crucifixion is this. If granting for the sake of argument, Jesus was crucified on Wednesday, if, granted for the sake of argument, that Thursday could be called a Sabbath, granting that, the women would not have waited till Sunday morning to come and bring spices for the body. When would they have come? Even granted that argument, they would have come on Friday morning. They wouldn't have waited till Sunday morning, because it would be too late then. The body would begin to smell, far too late for any spices. So, granting the argument of a Wednesday crucifixion, you've got the problem of the women postponing their visit till Sunday, when the text clearly says that it was on the third day after the crucifixion that they came. A critique of the view, the New Testament speaks of resurrection on the third day. In Jewish literature and in the Old Testament, 3 days and 3 nights is simply an expression for the third day. And I have there on your notes Genesis 42, 1 Kings 20, 2 Chronicles 10, Esther, 1 Samuel. There's plenty of evidence from the Old Testament that 3 days and 3 nights is simply an expression for the third day. Even Jewish literature says, Rabbi Eliezer ben Azariah said, a day and a night are an ona, or a portion of time, and the portion of a ona is as the whole of it. So, part of a day on Friday would count for a night and a day, the first one. All of Saturday would count for a whole night and a day. Then part of the day Sunday, according to Jewish authors, would account for a night and a day. So, those are the evidences that are presented for a Wednesday crucifixion, but I think that the text is simply very strong in supporting a Friday crucifixion and a Sunday resurrection. Then you have the long 2,000-year-old tradition that Jesus was crucified on Friday. It did not even appear until modern times that someone questioned the Friday crucifixion. For 1900 years, the church believed that Jesus was crucified on Friday. It's very interesting in Greece today. If you look at the Greek name for days of the week, the Greek name for Friday is Preparation Day. And if you ask a Greek, why is it called Preparation Day, they don't know. They've long forgotten the idea that Friday was called Preparation Day in Jewish circles because they were preparing for the Sabbath. So I think that's an indirect evidence that for 2,000 years, Preparation Day was not Wednesday. Preparation Day was Friday. And so I'm a very strong advocate of a Friday crucifixion and Jesus being raised on the third day. Friday 1, Saturday 2, and Sunday 3. Now in our next session,